Alright, now we're reading a chapter of Bakemonogatari. This is chapter 23. In the last one, we began the Sugura monkey arc. He had a fated encounter while biking home, and then this strange ape-like appendage punched through his bicycle, completely wrecked him. And now, oh man, now a lot of things are going to happen. And of course, this being now the third medium with which I have processed this story, I have certain expectations, I have certain hopes and dreams for things to see brought forth in O grades, super detailed and super stylized manga version. So yeah, this is great. Already, I'm amazed. Look at the treads on Araragi's feet here. That's just brilliant. That's like so unnecessary, but so great. He goes flying. I was close. He already has taken some damage. His sleeves ripped. His backpack strap snapped. I know nothing about this guy. Right now, I have absolutely no idea why I'm being attacked. However, during spring break, I encountered it countless times. His presence is an oddity. I guess he knows. A kai, an aberration, however you want to translate it. I think also it's reminding him of spring break, the way that people would just attack him out of the blue all the time. Something he's, of course, very familiar with. People just wanting him dead because, of course, he was a vampire. An oddity, an oddity, an oddity, an oddity! This is an awesome shot. Look at the arm jutting down with steam coming off of it. It's so grotesque. In the anime, it was kind of stylized. Like, it was stylized almost out of recognition as an actual body part. But here it seems much more obviously this kind of abominable graft between human and ape. Something not conveniently disjoint from the body, but something terrifyingly immersed in it. I've already gotten used to this. Path behind is a very complicated alley. Can I escape from it? No, I can't do that. Don't have the courage to show my back to this guy. Hey, that's like a callback to the Hajikuji conversation. Maybe? Remember courage to tell a lie and all of that jazz? I love that conversation. The courage to show your back seems to like fit in with that pattern. But in another sense, it's very real, isn't it? That if he turned around right now, he would get dunked. So this is before that attack. It was a good 5-6 meters away from me, yet I couldn't see it at all. Just sensed something dangerous coming, so I decided to jump back. And by pure coincidence, the attack missed me. That's all. Precious, precious bicycle forever is a sacrifice. Running away from this guy with absurd running power is impossible. He steps on a can of premium Suntory Boss coffee. Boss coffee is the boss of all coffees. Falling back, kicking it forward, and missing, coincidentally, another surely fatal attack that would have just obliterated his head and already gave him a bloody nose just from just passing by. Absolutely no way in hell I've gotten used to this kind of thing. God damn. Devastation. This is so cool. All of the outdoor air conditioning units and the little surge protector boxes and transformers and stuff, all of them getting smashed out and dismantled by this one punch into the residential building's wall. That kind of destruction of the things that are like so commonplace, so ordered and consistent, just this like constant presence that you're like always seeing these sorts of fans, always seeing these little boxes, and then suddenly to see them all smashed, to see them all flying to pieces. Maybe this makes me sound like some sort of psychopath, but that's quite satisfying in a way. That's quite just the sense of like I never thought I would see that. You know? There's something kind of romantic about it. So, this mysterious creature Its arm is stuck in the wall. It's Araragi's chance. He tries to run past, but whatever this is able to free its hand in time to send Araragi flying. Look at the spiraling trail of blood from his nose. That is pretty cool. See, in the Shaft adaptation of these fight scenes, it's more about like the colors and kind of like simple kinetics of like splash, explode, spray, whatever. Whereas here in the static, it's black and white. So you can't really have the color dynamicism, and you can't necessarily have that same kinetic transition of splatter or explosion or whatever. And I really sound really kind of creepy and gory right now, but instead they're doing these like static images, the static image trail of the blood spiraling out of his nose. That's cool. That's cool. It has the same sort of energy, the same sort of abstraction and artification, aestheticization, I guess is the word I'm looking for, of these violent things, but really using the unique elements of the medium to bring them out in a different way. This totally makes no sense. Well, I hope what I said makes some sense. You get what I mean, right? It's not about this guy's insane fighting strength. That doesn't make sense. Carrying this part of the Queen of Oddities, Kiss Shot, Erciola, Orion Heart Underblade, whom I met during spring break. It still falls within my oddity understanding category. However, my encounters with Oshino, Vampire, Crab, and Snail, the greatest lesson I gathered from them is oddity goes in pair with reasoning. In other words, there has to be a logical reason why it attacked me. There has to be, and yet I'm completely clueless as to what it is. And this is true. And this is something kind of cool about the Monogatari series, I think, is that things are always encountered first through non-violent, kind of rational means. That it starts in the world of human consideration. There are exceptions, but then in retrospect you find out that it always had those sort of causes. And here, you know, this is such an exception. Like, we're going to find out why he's being attacked, and it actually makes a lot of sense. So it's kind of interesting, yeah. Oddity goes in pair with reasoning. That's an interesting line. I think that's a good way to always think of these sorts of stories. Is it has to make sense on some level. It has to be either a direct causal result of other things done, or a more abstract karmic causality, or thematic causality, or something like that. Remember, what did I do today? Who did I meet today? Who did I talk to, and what did I talk about? Remember, there's definitely a hint somewhere that can help me cut my way through this pinch. My younger sisters, Senjo Gahara, Hachikuji, Hanikawa. What do you think it is? The way they present this is really cool, though. I love all of these shots of the girls. It's like you gather a lot of personality just from these brief glimpses at them again. And the fact that he kind of moves through them sequentially and says Senjo Gahara without immediately grasping it. That's all there to it. There wasn't particularly... There was one more person who talked to me today. This could be the other clue. And we see the spats underneath the shirt. We know who it is. What a coincidence. Ah, and the bandaged arm outstretched. He's putting it together, but he still doesn't know what it means. I have to talk about Kanbaru Sura. Alright, so now we cut back to 10 days ago. We learn the history of his adorable but insane kohai, Kanbaru Sura. One of my favorite characters, but I love every character in this series, so that's not saying too much. So you're obviously dashing towards me. Noting it down in my heart so I won't forget it. think I believe in the stage coincidence. The perfect line to go in this situation. As expected of Ariaragi Senpai. This is exactly what I meant by witty. So yeah, she has this very strange complex with him. Very complex and very intense. Of both worship and admiration and also disgust and revile, and there's a complicated history behind it that we'll learn. It's chasing after you, Ariaragi Senpai. You knew that. It's being stalked by an extremely famous star of the basketball club in the school, the one and only Kember's. Is this the end of this chapter? Looks like it. Alright, we got another little bonus illustration. We'll move on to chapter 24. We've still got a few more to catch up with this, so please join me as we plunge into this next arc. It's monkey time.